Welcome to AM Tech channel. So today we will explain how to make a full transaction. So using .NET. So first let's create a new database. So here I'm creating a new database with some tables. I will create table for user, table for account balance. So here we have now the creation of table for users. Here I'm creating the second table. The main usage of this transaction is to have the creation of user and account together, not the creation of the user only and the account only. So the main purpose of full transaction is to have the full process cycle of the creation done. So now I'm creating a new web API project. Then I will make the scaffolding of the database to have the models in the solution. So to have the scaffolding correct, so I need to install the entity framework core and the entity framework core tools, of course. So here I'm choosing the same version of the application that is creating on .NET 6. So here just I'm searching for the packages related to install it. So now we still need the entity framework core tools in order to write the comment in package manager console without any issues. So now finally I have all packages done. So right here I'm just writing the comment. So here I'm changing only the database name to the database created. Now we will have the creation of folder of models containing all models with context. So now let's try the application. So right here I will create a new model, a new controller for the creation of user and account in same API. So I'm calling the controller as transaction controller. I will configure the controller to use a new database context. So right here I'm defining the context, and I will add the data annotation for controller as API controller, of course. And I will make a specific route for this controller. Now I'm defining the specific route for my own API. I call it save. Now I'm creating a new view model where this view model will contain the two model for user and account balance. So I name the class user account. This class will contain the two model. I'm creating the view model to make it as input in HTTP post request, so that's why I need it. Here I'm setting the API to be as HTTP post, and when I put the user account view model as input, so I will have it as input in body. So right here I'm writing the DbContext in order to store the two models. So first I make it as usual, the easy usage. So I'm saving them directly using the DbContext. So later on I will show you how it will fail, and we have some table storage and other not. So and how to fix it using the transaction provided by .NET using context, of course. So right here I'm writing the input parameter for the view model that is used. So here we execute it. Now have the response. Okay, so let's check the tables. So here we have successful. The data is stored correctly. Now suppose we make the save changes. We use it duplicated, so for the user and for the account. So right here when I execute it, I will have failure. So now we don't have the user is stored. So let's try to add a new user, but with the same ID for all the accounts that is stored. So it will lead to an error in the database. Now let's check it in the database. It violates because we have primary key. Now we have the creation of the user but without the account. So this is the case that I'm explaining it. So now let's explain how to use a transaction in order to save the two models together, not have the creation of the user alone without the account. So I'm taking this sample example because you will use it in your work anytime. If you have, for example, you need to store too many models, I don't know, accounting or finance. So now let's define the transaction. Transaction is a part of DbContext. So the transaction will lead to commit transaction or rollback transaction. So let's explain it. The save changes right here will not make anything because the transaction I will prepare the first insert query and the second insert query and execute them directly when I have the transaction comment. Transaction comment means let's make it to the database. So what I made right here, I add the try catch and I add return OK 1 and return OK -1 with try catch, of course. In case of catch, I make transaction rollback. So the main usage of rollback means if you have any failure in user, for example, or account, don't store anything. What I mean, if you have first insert and second insert, if you have failure on the second insert, make rollback, so it will made no not each. So right here we have -1. If we check the database, we see that nothing is added, not in user and not in account. In case of a happy scenario right here, it returns okay. That means the commit transaction it's successful. So right here we have the insert in account and the insert in the user, as we see. So that's it. Thank you for your times. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.